Imagine a planet that spins the wrong way, slower than a snail, and where the sun rises in the west. Yup, that's Venus, Earth's mysterious neighbor. Behind its beauty, Venus hides a bizarre rotation that puzzles scientists. Let's uncover all its secrets. If you imagine all the planets in the solar system spinning like cars on a racetrack, Venus is like a car going the wrong way, and super slow. It rotates so slowly that one day on Venus is longer than a year there. Not only that, Venus spins from east to west, the opposite of Earth. Super weird, right? But hold on, there's a fascinating story behind all this oddity, and scientists are still debating why it's happening. So, most planets, including Earth, spin counterclockwise if viewed from the North Pole of the galaxy. But Venus spins clockwise, and its rotation is super slow. One Venus day equals 243 Earth days. Meanwhile, its year is only 225 Earth days. That means on Venus, the sun rises in the west and sets in the east. Feels like a parallel universe, huh? Venus is totally doing its own thing. One popular theory says Venus may have once spun normally like the other planets, but at some point it got hit by a massive celestial object. That impact could have flipped its axis and slowed its rotation drastically. Imagine spinning atop, then smacking it from the side. It could start spinning weirdly, even backwards. But this theory isn't 100% confirmed yet. This collision theory makes sense, especially since the early solar system was full of chaos. Planets were constantly getting slammed by asteroids or tugging at each other with gravity. So, Venus might just be a victim of that turbulent past. But while this theory sounds solid, some scientists think, wait, what if Venus's weird spin has more to do with its crazy thick atmosphere? Yep, you read that right. Venus's atmosphere is wild. It's 90 times denser than Earth's and made mostly of carbon dioxide. The greenhouse effect is off the charts, heating the surface to 470 degrees. Hotter than Mercury, even though Mercury is closer to the Sun. That kind of extreme atmosphere could be playing a role in slowing down or even reversing Venus's spin. How could an atmosphere slow down or reverse a planet's rotation? Picture the atmosphere as a super heavy ocean of gas. If winds in that atmosphere are constantly spinning like a giant engine, they might gradually pull on the planet's surface. Over time, this could act like a brake or even reverse the spin. Venus has insanely fast winds that circle the whole planet in just 4 days. Even crazier, those fierce winds spin way faster than the planet itself. This is called superrotation. It's like a storm blanket constantly swirling around Venus. Scientists still don't fully understand why those storms are so extreme, but they're pretty sure the interaction between Venus's atmosphere and surface plays a big part in the planet's odd rotation. But the collision and atmosphere theories aren't the whole story. There's one more possible factor: tidal forces from the sun. Just like the moon affects tides on Earth, the sun's gravity can drag on planets. And since Venus is super close to the sun, it could definitely be feeling that pull. Over time, this could act like a brake on Venus's spin. In fact, there's a combined theory. Venus spins the way it does because of a mix of a past collision, its thick atmosphere, and solar tidal forces. A sort of team effort that made one planet go rogue. Venus is like that rebel saying, "I'm not spinning like the rest of you, I'll do my own thing." But there's still one more mystery. Why does Venus have almost no magnetic field? Yep, and that makes things even weirder. Usually, planets with a liquid core and fast rotation, like Earth, generate strong magnetic fields. But Venus? It has a liquid core but spins super slowly. Result: it barely has a magnetic field at all. That means its surface gets bombarded by solar particles with no shield. So, what's next for Venus? We've talked about Venus's weird, slow, and backward rotation. Now, let's dive into what that actually means. First off, with almost no magnetic field, Venus is like a planet with no shield. Solar wind particles can easily hit its atmosphere. Luckily, Venus has an extremely thick atmosphere that still provides some protection. But in the long run, that atmosphere could slowly erode. Even though Venus's atmosphere is thick, the solar wind still steals particles from its upper layers. It's like having your hair pulled out strand by strand. Eventually, it thins out. But Venus has a massive stockpile of atmosphere, so it'll take millions of years for it to vanish completely. That's why, for now, the atmosphere remains thick and acts as the planet's natural armor. Now back to its rotation. Since Venus spins so slowly, one Venusian day lasts 243 Earth days. That means the sun shines on one side for months. Imagine a daytime that lasts over 100 days. No night to rest, and after that, a nighttime just as long. If we lived there, our biological clocks would go haywire. Because of these extreme day and night cycles, the surface of Venus stays incredibly hot, with no real chance to cool down. On Earth, nighttime helps the planet rest. But Venus doesn't get that break. That's one reason the temperature stays scorching, despite the slow rotation. Its thick atmosphere and ultra-long days turn Venus into a giant oven that never shuts off. Funny thing is, even though Venus spins backward and slowly, its orbit around the Sun is completely normal. It still orbits counterclockwise like all the other planets. It's like riding on the highway in the right lane, but facing backward. Venus is the only one bold enough to pull that off. No wonder scientists are so intrigued. How did a once normal planet become so unique? There's also a minor theory that maybe Venus was always like this. Perhaps during its formation, some gravitational chaos made it spin the wrong way from the start. But there's no solid proof yet. What's certain is that Venus's strangeness reminds us that our solar system isn't as neat and perfect as we thought. Even our planetary neighbors can be wildly unpredictable. And to make it even more epic, we can't even see Venus's surface with regular telescopes. Its atmosphere is too thick and cloudy. Scientists have to use radar or send special probes like Magellan or Venus Express. Radar data helps them map out mountains, valleys, and even potential volcanic activity hidden beneath the clouds. Speaking of volcanoes, Venus has tons of them. But it's still unclear if they're active today. Some recent studies showed changes in hot spots, possibly signs of magma moving beneath the surface. Imagine a super hot planet under immense pressure that might still be geologically alive. It's like a scientific version of hell. So in the end, Venus's strange rotation isn't just about spinning the wrong way. It triggers a whole domino effect. Extreme day-night cycles, constant heat, a thick atmosphere, and no magnetic field. This planet is packed with mysteries that keep scientists curious. Venus is like that mysterious neighbor, quiet on the outside, but full of hidden drama. Venus teaches us something important. Not everything that looks normal really is. From the outside, it looks a lot like Earth, similar in size, pretty close in orbit. But deep down, it's totally different. Maybe it's a reminder that in the universe, weirdness isn't the exception, it's the rule. And Venus is the perfect example of a planet choosing to be entirely itself. Venus isn't just a hot planet, it's proof that the universe is full of surprises. Its reversed spin, extreme atmosphere, and missing magnetic field make it a true star in astronomy. One thing's for sure, in our solar system, being different is what makes you truly fascinating. If this kind of content, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss other exciting videos. Likes and comments will also help this channel grow even more. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.